What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with another video. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at the Bitcoin dominance and a couple different altcoin ratios that are pointing towards an altcoin rally within the next couple weeks. And so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you press that subscribe button down below. If you guys actually enjoyed today's video, definitely helps out the channel a lot, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. So we're going to jump right on in to the weekly chart for the Bitcoin dominance. And we've been talking about this for weeks in all the videos that I make about Bitcoin, right? You guys can see on the weekly chart, the Bitcoin dominance has been held by this resistance line every single time. And each time it's resulted in a massive crash to the downside for the Bitcoin dominance. And it's honestly, what am I expecting to happen again, right? I expect us to go down and retest the this bottom green trend line, right? And possibly break that to the downside as well. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves there, we did get a lot of sell pressure at this Bitcoin dominance resistance line. And like I said, a move back down to this green line is definitely possible. And I think we could just be getting squeezed in between this, which is going to, push the Bitcoin dominance higher or lower before we break one of those two trend lines, right? A break of one of those two trend lines is going to, really determine if we're going to see a massive altcoin rally or a Bitcoin absolutely super mega bull run, right? I think this is such an important chart that not a lot of people are talking about, but I think at least in the short term, guys, if we get rid of all that, I think we are going to see a nice altcoin rally, a decent rally that we haven't seen in a very, very long time for the altcoins, probably since all the way back in the in the middle of this year when we saw altcoins absolutely flying off. I can see that happening again for multiple reasons, just for this Bitcoin dominance. And if we switch on over to the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, this is so bullish, guys. We had this upwards channel here, and we ended up breaking down out of it just a few weeks ago, right? Almost 2 weeks ago now. And we came back down, we retested this such important support level that we talked about for Ethereum as support, right? And that we pumped straight back into the channel now. So it's fair game now, right? We could be coming all the way back up to retest the top of this channel, right? Also, obviously, we have a lot of resistance at this red line here, right? But if we can end up somehow getting back up here and breaking this red line, a retest at the top as resistance is not out of the scope of possibility, right? And that could really push Ethereum to extremely high levels that we really haven't seen before, right? So, this right now we're at 0.03. That would push it all the way up to a 0.04, which would get us extremely high levels for Ethereum in the short term. And this is just one example of an altcoin hitting kind of its local low and looking to really push up higher, right? I have another example here on Chainlink that's showing that Chainlink is pretty much at its local low for the Bitcoin dominance. I talked about this in my last Chainlink video where Chainlink tends to go retest back to its last all-time high after it pumps, right? So we got to pump up to the upside here, came back down to retest this last all-time high on the Bitcoin dominance, and then pumped up, then getting another pump up again, right? And then what did it do, guys? It came back down, retested the last support as resistance, and then moved up again. I think what we're doing now is just coming back down to retest, really our last all-time high as resistance again here, just like it did back here, guys. And this is going to push the price back up towards its last all-time high very, very soon for, on the USD pair, right? This is really, really going to see altcoins start popping off because we are seeing on the ratios a lot of the altcoins hitting our local lows and such important resistances on the Bitcoin, Bitcoin Chainlink pair, right? So as we switch on over to the market cap for altcoins, this is another reason why I'm so bullish. So if we look at the altcoin market cap, this is the the market cap for cryptos, not including Bitcoin. You guys can see we're at such a major resistance level, right? We're at our our second local high. Obviously, we have our all-time high here, and we have our second local high right here. We're getting resistance on that right now. Now, what did we do in the last bull market, right? So let's look back here at 2014, right? So what we did, guys, if you guys can see, we pumped up here in Q1 of 2016, got a little bit a 1 week rejection, right? If we zoom in here, we got literally a 1 week rejection at our second local high, which was right here, right? And then we ended up just pumping right past it after 1 week of consolidation under it, right? And what are we doing now, guys? We're getting rejected up on it. So it is possible, if history repeat itself, we're going to get one red candle and then pump up above this, right? So, what do we do after we pumped above that red line? Well, we pump straight up into the all-time high, right? Straight up to the all-time high. That's why I have the 2 red lines here. This is our local high and our all-time high, right? Our local high and our all-time high. We pumped straight up to the all-time high, came back down to retest that local high, and then pumped up above the all-time high. So what we could see here, if history would play out, right, we get one red candle, and then we pump up to straight up to the all-time high, come back down to retest our local high, right, and then pump up above the all-time high if history were to repeat itself, right, and then come back down to retest the all-time high, and then really pump up to the upside. That's exactly what it did last time, right? Just a bunch of support and resistance flips, right? Boom, come back, touches the support. Boom, come back down and touches the support. Came back down and touches the support one more time, and then really pump up to the upside. So that is how it would play out if it were to play out again. Obviously, it wouldn't be this extended out, right? It would be a little bit more condensed up to about right here. But you guys get the general gist of what I'm saying, guys. Just so many signs are pointing to a possible altcoin run just based on the last bear to bull market, the chain link, hitting its local low, right? Ethereum getting a huge pump on, the ratio, because we all know Ethereum is a huge driving force of altcoins in general. So we're seeing Ethereum getting a major pump on the ratio is bullish for all altcoins, right? Not just Ethereum. We all know that, guys. And also the Bitcoin dominance hitting a major resistance and coming back down to retest this green line possibly, right? So all those combination of things, to me, right, as a technical analysis guy, is pointing to a semi-small altcoin season. I don't think we're going to see something crazy like we did here, right? But I think, a decent size one like this is definitely possible in the short term. Now, Bitcoin, we know Bitcoin could say screw all of us, right? And just decide to pump up to 40K tomorrow and completely invalidate everything I just made a video about. Because that's what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin is the honey badger. It can dump $5,000 tomorrow and then, the day after that, pump $10,000 to the upside. Yeah, the camera just got a little blurry. That was a little weird. Ignore that. So my point is, guys, Bitcoin can do whatever we want to do. Based on technical analysis, we are due for a pretty decent size altcoin run. And I hope you guys are ready for whatever happens. I'm heavily invested in Bitcoin, heavily invested in altcoins as well. Either way, I'll be happy, and I hope you guys are, diversified. Just hope you guys are ready for whatever the, next crypto market brings, right? We never know what it's going to bring. That's why it's so exciting. So, like I said, guys, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you press that subscribe button down below. I'm going to know if you guys press that subscribe button. Promise you, I will. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Peace.